Hey guys, and happy Wednesday! It's Wanzi here. Guess what? We're going to be playing a little game today. A real-life drinking game, Valentine's Day edition. Because nothing says love like drinking. Doesn't really matter if you're in a relationship, if you're single and just hang out, or if you're out and about with a group of friends. It's going to be more about the people that are around you and your location, and so there's three particular locations we're going to be discussing today. We have restaurants, and then there's always the bars, and then lastly there's hang out at home. As you know, the real-life drinking game breaks down rules into three different categories. There are people you'll encounter at the location that you're at, there are specific events that could be happening, and then there's also going to be things said or overheard. You can choose whichever rules you want to choose. You can make up your own rules. These are just some ideas and motivations for you to really get slightly inebriated whilst celebrating the day of St. Valentine. And we'll start first with the restaurant category. So if you run into any of these people at a restaurant, you're going to be required to take a sip and drink. First, a couple on a blind date. Happy old people couple. They're slotting about and at a restaurant. I say salute to them. And of course, an annoying herd of girls, because they could easily populate a restaurant, bar, sidewalk, party, house party, anything and everything. Then the what could happen. What could happen could include a poor person getting stood up on a date. And really, you should invite them over. Well, maybe you don't want to invite them over. That might be weird if you're on a date. At least send them a celebratory, either an actual drink or just, lift up your glass and hope they don't cry into theirs. People getting turned away because it's too busy and they didn't plan ahead. That's right. That's always kind of funny. Large displays of public affection. I'm talking balloons, flowers, chocolates. And of course, if you overhear any of the three following phrases, I love you, marry me, I'm really glad we're friends. Next, of course, we have our bar goers, because some days you just want to go to the bar on Valentine's Day and live it up a little bit. I'm not here to judge, that's actually not one of the rules. The who's you'll run into at a bar will include maybe an ex or someone who you've hooked up with. Few strangers swapping digits at the bar, So there's always that person at the bar who's on the prowl, man or woman, checking out the entire bar scene, just going like, ooh, could I bang tonight? Or get a number, maybe handy, something classy. And an annoying herd of girls come into the bar. Just makes sense from the last one. And then the what could happen. If you see someone on their phone and you realize that they're on Tinder, if you see an extreme case of PDA, I'm talking like tongues going down places, hands slipping into other things. Rejection, which is sad. But if you do see someone getting turned away or rejected for whatever reason, much like the person gets stood up on the date, you raise your glass up and you don't need to buy them a drink, but you cheers for them. And you cheers for the rest of their night because, god damn it, they tried. And then, of course, if you overhear any of the following things while you're at the bar, a sob story, if you overhear a how we met story, or if you overhear a screw you love rant. For those of you who are hanging out at home, it's going to be a little harder because you can't people watch as much, but you are still socially connected to people via technology and media. So for your who's and your what's, I kind of merged them together. You get 4 for each category. So for your who's and what's, if you see someone on Facebook posting something gushy about Valentine's Day, you drink. If you accidentally glance at your Tinder, you drink. You receive a text from an ex or somebody of past hookups just being like, hey, happy Valentine's Day. Hopefully with that said motion as well. You drink. If you see someone or hear of someone or encounter someone who gets engaged, engagement of some sort happens, then you drink. Because you're at home, I'm making the biased assumption that you're watching a movie or TV show. And the following topics get discussed, you drink. So we're talking the 4 major ones. Love, marriage, sex, and of course, pregnancy. Then you drink. That, my friends, is the Valentine's Day edition of the real-life drinking game. I myself will be volunteering with teenagers all Valentine's Day, so I will be making sure their hormones don't run wild. If you see these videos, you should subscribe, maybe even like, or even leave a comment. Those are things you could do. Even share. Sharing is caring. It can be fun, unless it's an STD. Don't share that. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And happy almost Valentine's Day.